Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Assalamu Alaikum. Good morning. In every community, there are quiet stars, not the ones who chase the spotlight, but the ones who carry it within them. Some journeys are written in passports, others are written in courage. Some degrees are earned in classrooms, others are earned in long nights of sacrifice. Today we welcome a great woman whose footsteps have crossed the continents, whose heart has crossed the oceans, and whose service has touched thousands of people. From the warm soil of Karnataka, India, to the bustling streets of New York, from the halls of American medicine to the prairies of Saskatoon, she has earned her heritage like a lamp and her compassion like a calling. Please join me in welcoming a specialist doctor and more so a community pillar of Saskatoon and a proud daughter of the Indian diaspora, Dr. Latha Naik.
Thank you.
How are you, Dr. Latha?
Thank you for
Nice.
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me. I'm privileged to be here, and your introduction is fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Naik. Thank you so much. Before we begin, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling extremely good I'm being invited here, and I'm very fortunate to come here and give a talk to
So nice of you
Thank you.
to have come here. Let's start at the beginning. You were born and raised in Karnataka.
Yeah, I'm nearby Karnataka, actually nearby Bangalore. I'm like 4 or 5 hours from Bangalore, called Chitradurga.
A small place.
Yeah, it's like a district place.
Beautiful place. Karnataka and Bangalore, I've been there many times.
Yeah.
What are your earliest memories of home?
Like anybody, the same old childhood place. I love it. Our place is full of mountain, 24/7 warm weather. I never exposed to this cold weather, and I had my brothers and sisters and have enjoyed being raised and brought up there. My father was a doctor who recently passed away. My mother was homemaker. I had a very good childhood life where I just have to study all day and play for a couple of minutes. And my father was a great disciplinarian. He wanted us to study and come up in life. That's where I am here.
And you had never seen snow in India?
Never, ever.
Okay. You completed your medical degree in India.
Yeah.
And how did that foundation shape your approach to medicine?
Well, when I went to Indian medical school, first of all, I studied all my study was in Kannada. Then I went to medical school, and it was an English medium. It was pretty hard to study everything, but the teachers in India are very good, and it's a long 5.5 years. They make us study, and it's all hands-on approach there. Here everything is investigation. There you have to recognize the disease by your history taking and examination. That's why most of the Indian doctors are so famous and so smart, because they give basic normal approach. They put more effort in anatomy, for example, and they teach us every physical examination. History taking skills are fabulous. We are exposed to so many patients, so that we carry on all our life, and basic knowledge is the important thing. That's what I learned in India.
What was the atmosphere like for the young woman at that age entering the medical field? So how many girls were there? How many boys in your class?
When I entered was in the 80s. Everything was basically equal. And in my classmate, 60% were boy and 40% were women. So we were like, a lot of ladies entered the medical school and none of them stayed back. Everybody is well established, everybody has married and have children and everything.
Very good, very nice. So, moving from India to New York for internal medicine, that's what you did there, a residency. What was the transition like emotionally and culturally when you came to US?
That's where in USA, New York, I was there. So when I came, first of all, it was very cold, and it was snowing, and I didn't like that weather at all. Then I have to do all these exams, FMGMS exam. Then I had to do residency, and then pass this FRCPC exam. It was a very difficult path, and yes, all I did was sit down and study and pass all these exams.
You did. Were you married that time?
No.
No, oh, you are all by yourself. Did you face any early challenges that stayed with you while in US? Like food?
See, I didn't have any challenges there because my uncle, who is a cardiologist, who stayed there. My sister, I lived with my sister who was married to an internist. So they were all pretty rich and didn't have any basic necessity for it. They sent me to Kaplan courses. I did all those courses and I was able to pass the exam and residency and everything. I didn't feel that type of hard work in New York other than studying. Yeah.
You are a lucky person.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. You earned your FRCP in the US and a major milestone. People coming from India, not every doctor becomes a doctor. What did the accomplishment mean to you personally?
Once you do the residency, it's a pretty hard 3 years we have to undergo. But FRCPC exam is more of a big long questions and you have to answer. So that helps us to pass this exam. It was a very difficult exam. Yeah, I was able to do it. It's basically hard work. Once you do those questions and achieving the exam, I mean, passing the FRCPC becomes easy. But
you were determined and you had a family behind you and everything was good.
Well, during my FRCPC exam and residency, I was not married. I completely focused on these exams and residency.
Wonderful. After the US, after your residency, you came to Canada to pursue a fellowship in rheumatology. What drew you to that specialty from internal medicine to this one?
No, actually, when I finished my residency in internal medicine, I worked few years in Bahamas and then I came here. So when I came to Canada, we had to do for international medical graduate one special exam for internal medicine to enter into the internal medicine residency. So either I can choose fellowship or residency. So I scored pretty good marks, so I was able to match in the fellowship or in the internal medicine. So I did a few years of internal medicine, which I didn't like it, so I thought I wanted to switch to some other field, and that's where I matched.
Very good, very good. So you have been practicing in Saskatoon for close to 20 years or over 20 years. What made you choose this nice city of Saskatchewan?
So the fellowship, I came here. When I did my fellowship, I had my children, my husband, and my kids were small. My younger son started going to kindergarten. My older son started grade 1. So we spent 2-3 years, and then once I finished my fellowship, my program director asked me to work here. They gave me an associate professor in the University of Saskatchewan. They appointed me. They also offered me to work here. So I stayed back because it was a lot easier because I was familiar with everything in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
And my children also started liking, they had all these friends and everything. So, yeah.
Very nice. You had a good choice. How has Saskatoon changed over the last 20 years, healthcare and community-wise?
Let's start with weather. When I came here, it was freezing cold. Now, because of global warming, the weather is getting nicer. The city population is growing tremendously. The hospital beds were very small when I came. Now they are building, they have a new children's hospital, and the facilities are increasing. The beds in the hospital have increased. They have brought all these extra MRIs and PET scans, all specialized scans and all of that. Those are also which was not there when I came in here. So those are the in healthcare. But in terms of even community, all the new Indians have come after family nominee program. Their population increased. I am very happy. And the temple was very small when I came. They built an extension in the temple. The people are, so many people comes. I'm so happy to see them in the temple. So what else I need? Greatly well settled here,
How do you and what do you enjoy most about practicing as an arthritis specialist now in your job?
So rheumatology is not just the arthritis, but when I read specifically, if you want me to tell you about arthritis, when the patient comes with lot of joint pain and some people are really in great tears, when I treat them and they become happy and they are so thankful to me, and that really makes me very happy and joyful, and that is very satisfying. In terms of rheumatological disease is very hard to diagnose in certain situations. So we have to put a lot of things together to make a diagnosis. It's not like a easy diagnosis, those cases, and when we make those diagnoses and the patient feels better, and that makes me feel very happy too.
That's excellent. I know a couple of patients. Maybe after the interview we'll go over that.
Yeah.
Every immigrant carries both pain and happiness. What were some of the hardest moments in your journey on both?
The pain is sitting down and study for the exam. Obviously, no one likes it. That is something I didn't like it, but I had to do it. The happiness is that I'm able to achieve all of this, and my children are growing up here in Canada, and we are happily settled, and we have a great community here. So we are very happy, and that's what the happiness gave me from the living
nice.
here.
And I know your family for the last about around 20 years.
Yeah.
You are very lucky.
Thank you.
Latha, you're very lucky. Was there ever a moment when you questioned your path, that why did you become this, why not something else? Or you felt like, no, I don't want to do this, let me do something else? Anything like that?
Yeah, it happened to me quite a few times whenever the exam comes, because our people don't assess you looking at me, but they only look at my achievements, what degrees I have, and what have I done so far. So in medicine, the only thing you can come up is study, and it's pretty vast that you have to sit down and study, and that is pretty hard work, particularly when I came to Canada. I had to pass 5 exams. Basically, I had to do internal medicine. I had to do Canadian evaluation exams, and then I had to do rheumatology fellowship. I had to do FRCPC, and it was like overwhelming. And I had 2 small kids at home to take care of them. Was not easy. At those, and then whatever I studied, I was able to pass all the exam, and at those days I did feel that I wanted to give up at one point.
And you had support from your husband and family and...
yeah, my husband has been a great support for me. In Canada, I am the only sole family here. So we didn't have any support from anybody, but my husband helped me a lot.
Yeah, very nice. You and your husband, your family is very connected, deeply connected to the Indian community.
Mm-hmm.
What motivates that involvement? You're deeply committed.
Like I said few minutes ago, that we are the sole family in Canada. We don't have brother, sister, or any family member. So the community people are my brothers and sisters. And the people, our own Indian community, they are very well connected. They help each other. They do such a good voluntary job for this temple. When it comes to the temple work, it doesn't matter how big you are, everybody puts everything together, and they worked hard to keep that temple going, so that all these young generation were able to, they are able to teach their kids and future generation too. So I'm very fortunate to be involved in our community, especially my husband. Most of the time he likes to spend time in temple. We are very devoted people, me and my husband.
Also the ICCA.
What's that?
ICCA, India-Canada
ICCA.
Cultural. You are involved there also.
Yeah. So since we came in, those are the things. Not only like it was, if you look into the professional aspect, it was very stressful. And when we go to the community and they talk to me so well and so nice, so we were very fortunate to be here.
Definitely, I agree with you. How do you balance your Indian identity with the Canadian life and your Canadian life?
So if I look at Indian identity, I celebrate all these festivals because of the temple. So because of the temple, Indian identity like Shivratri celebration or Diwali celebration, we celebrate most of the Indian festivals. And if you need any birthday, we go to the temple, pray, and give good, happy life. And for Canadian also, my kids are brought up here, so I had to do I celebrate all the Canadian culture. Like for example, I put Christmas trees, and I celebrate Thanksgiving, whatever the Thanksgiving dinner other people make. I do all the dishes, and I celebrate Christmas because I don't want my kids don't feel that stay away from other people when they celebrate. So also my kids, most of the time they do eat Canadian food. So in my house I cook both Indian and Canadian food. So
very nice,
that's how it is.
Very nice. Another question, as a woman of color, which we are, in medicine especially, what unique challenges did you face?
Women of color.
Yeah.
It's like everybody else what they face, okay? So racism is one thing, but when I was in like a fellowship and all, I was new and everybody was very nice. That's one of the reasons why I like this place. We don't see that much of color issues, but there are sometimes some patients can be difficult. It's like if you see 100 patients and one person is like that, we cannot complain about that, right? So I don't see a whole lot of that much of difference, but it depends on how you take. Even if I go to India, they will differentiate in different ways, particularly ladies in India. So every places have these issues. So we have to swallow our pride and keep going.
I agree with you, Dr.
Yeah.
Latha. That's exactly what I can say. I worked for 25 years in good positions, and I did not feel anything like racism or anything, nothing.
Yeah.
Once we mingle with them, they are with us.
Yeah.
So there's no issue. What advice will you give to the young immigrant woman entering the healthcare system today? Any advice? You have more than 20 years of experience.
It doesn't matter whether they go in healthcare or any situation. When they come in for the beginning, it is very difficult path. They have to work hard in their field, and they have to pass these Canadian exams and know the Canadian system. It all takes some time. So they have to be very confident in what they are doing. What happens, a lot of the immigrant girls, particularly from India, they are very shy. If you are shy here and then don't open their mouth, people here consider they don't know anything. So I feel they have to be confident. They have to work hard. Right? So they have to balance their life. In the beginning, it doesn't matter whether they are in healthcare or engineering, it doesn't matter. They have to adopt the culture, they have to study, work hard. First few years, anyone settling in Canada or any part of the world is difficult because nobody will come and say, hey, you have come here, this is the job to do. That's not for how it works. Same thing, whatever we face in India, we have to face it here too. So those are the things I advise that,
You have to mingle with the local people, their local culture, and
they have to
be part of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn English. Sometimes English is hard. They have to pass TOEFL exams. That is hard. Yeah, so everybody has to do those things because they have to understand we have all done those exams and all. Once they settle, they would love it. But as I said earlier, I was feeling like going back myself.
I know.
Yeah.
Looking back at your journey from Karnataka to Saskatoon, what are you proud of, most proud of?
I don't know whether I'm proud of, but whatever I did, anybody can do it. It is just a matter of hard work, I feel. I took one step at a time. I'm a rheumatologist. I'm also working as an assistant professor at the University of Saskatchewan. I'm also a researcher. I've been doing research for past 15 years. I'm a very big researcher too. So you have to, I came with nothing and I did one step at a time and I achieved all of this. So yeah, and then my children also growing up nicely. They are very happy. They have very good friends. And then we have a very nice Indian community. So I am very happy with everything what we got at the end.
Very nice. I know we have already talked something about this. If you could speak to your younger self when you were like 20, 25 years, the girl in Karnataka dreaming of the world, what would you tell that girl today? You're talking to not Dr. Latha of 20 years of age.
When I was young, I didn't have any confidence. That develops gradually. So I would tell her that you are not stupid, you are smart. And I would say you are not ugly, you are beautiful. Beautifulness is something what you feel in your heart. And if others say something negative, do not take it to your heart, and whatever makes you feel, you always have to do it, and you go with your gut feeling.
Ignore the negative things.
Even though someone says negative
Sometimes.
things.
Yeah. Good. Very nice, very nice. We are almost at the end now. Please tell me, Dr. Latha, one Karnataka or Kannada dish you still like to eat, you crave for that.
The dosa.
Dosa. Oh my God, that's what
The whole world craves for dosa.
Yeah,
So I am one among
you
them
like
too.
that. Dosa with chutney, dosa with sambar, both.
We eat dosa with potato sabji and chutney. We don't eat dosa with sambar.
Yeah, in Kerala they have that, but anyway, both are good. A habit from India you still keep.
Whenever I go any part of the world, if I see Indians, I immediately say namaskar. That's the one I learnt.
Very good, very good. That's something which we do. Our top leadership in India, they do it also.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Especially after COVID,
Yeah.
when we are not shaking hands. A habit from India you still keep, which you told us. A Canadian winter memory you cannot forget. Something happened.
So when I came to Saskatoon, 1 year later there was a blizzard came in, and I didn't know what it was. I was doing fellowship at the university, Royal University Hospital. I started driving the car from university to Silver Spring, that's where my house was. And I was completely frozen. I would never ever forget that experience because it was so windy. The cold wind was blowing through my glasses and my hands were like frozen. That was a horrible experience I ever experienced.
Yeah, definitely. What do you like, tea or coffee? I think in Canada they have coffee.
Yeah, I like both, but tea is my husband make a very good ginger tea.
Nice.
That's what I like about it.
The last one word that describes Dr. Latha.
Achiever.
Achiever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what a great word for the Indian community of Saskatoon, for the Bangladeshi community, for all South Asian community, and also for the Canadian. Be an achiever. Be an achiever. With that, I think we'll close the show just with that one line of song. जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना जहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. I just love this song, Dr. Latha, because we do not know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
Enjoy today. That's what it is. With that, we close the show. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem.
God bless you.
Thank you. Namaskar.